Caution on the racetrack. The 14 of Clint Bowyer involved. Also the 41 of Kurt Busch. Hard damage to the front of that car.
Got one coming outside.
And he's up against the wall. It'll be difficult for him to climb out if he can't get that car away from the wall.
I don't see no fire or nothing, but get on out.
So the caution comes out. Keselowski and Johnson were waiting for this. They were trying to stay on the racetrack for this very opportunity.
As you see Kurt Busch climbing out.
Eric Jones also involved. He climbs out of the 77.
And Rick, you brought up Keselowski and Johnson. They didn't think they were in a position to win the race, so they tried something different, staying out as long as they could to try to get fresh tires. Well, oh wow, Jamie McMurray, the one, has damage to the right front, a flat tire. A lot of moving parts in this accident right here.
Let's take a look at what just happened.
See Clint Bowyer across the corner, gets loose. Eric Jones was underneath him. Big impact. It was around the 14th position. Going back across the racetrack, right in front.
Yeah, the 41 of Kurt Busch.
Big impact.
There was a car in front of Clint that got loose.
Yes.
But that saved it. And that's what drew my attention away from Clint Bowyer. But if you look right behind that car, that's where the 14 actually loses control.
Yeah, I believe it's Paul Menard that got loose. Wow.
And that was, Kurt Busch would have avoided this, but the 14 came up. Let's ride along with Kurt Busch on the helmet cam.
You see him crash it down, crash it, coming up, he's coming up, coming in the middle. Hold the brakes there, bud, when you can.
Seen that too many times, Rick. That's
wow,
as real as it gets. Big impact. Shoots Bowyer back across the racetrack.
Fortunately, to miss the end of that pit wall. I know it was another hard impact, but the end of that pit wall would have been another awkward impact as we see the red flag now being displayed, Rick.
Yeah, a lot of cleanup's going to have to take place here.
It's amazing.
So violent.
Cars going that fast, how they just rebound back into the racetrack. Good to see Kurt Busch coming out of that car. That's hard impact.
This shot right here, Rick.
Crash it down, crash it, coming up, he's coming up, coming in the middle.
And what surprises me there, Jeff, so explain to me, I hear him lift but then get back in the gas. So I know he obviously doesn't want to drive into the accident. As a driver, you get back into the gas because you're trying to get by the spinning car.
That's right. Many times to miss a wreck, if you slow down, you get in the wreck. So you have to make a calculated guess, and he thought his best opportunity was to keep his speed up. Remember, he saw Clint Bowyer going to the left.
Right.
He had no way of knowing Clint Bowyer was going to rebound and come back across the racetrack. He was just trying to get by as quickly as he could. Once Clint Bowyer rebounded, well then, you know, it was just nothing he could do. There was no way that he could anticipate Clint coming back across the racetrack like that. But that's how quick it happens. I mean, that shot right there. When I try to explain to people what driving a race car is like, that's it. What would he have done different? People want to second-guess drivers when they get in a wreck. Have at it. You get in that seat and you drive. You put yourself in that situation. It's hard to do.
Jeff, one of the best things about that view right there is what we talk about all the time as race car drivers. When a wreck is happening in front of us, we don't watch the car wrecking. We don't look where that car is going. We're trying to find the hole. And you see his eyes right there. He's looking to that hole that he saw Jamie McMurray get through, but it closed up. But that's what you do as a race car driver when the wreck is happening to you. You know this. You look for that opportunity to get away from the wreck, and that's why he was getting to the throttle trying to shoot that gap.
And you make that decision in a split second, in less than a second. You have to commit, and you have to make that decision and go do it. And if you hesitate, more times than not, you get in the wreck.
So a lot of cleanup taking place on the exit of turn 4. on the front stretch, and so the red flag has been displayed. They will stop the cars with 10 laps to go.
So we talked about this. We see the 14 behind the 27, but this bright yellow 27, Jeff, look at the slide he makes off turn 4. I don't know if it's just coincidence, but it's a huge correction right here. And I don't know if that does something to the 14. I mean, the 14 looks like he was in a slide himself, so I'm not sure if they had anything to do with one another, but it was definitely coincidental for sure that they were both sideways at the same time.
Well, one thing we do know with this low downforce package is the more cars that are around each other, the worse they drive. And so you have less downforce when a car's on the outside of you, when you're behind other cars. So 4 cars and just one little group right there, those cars, none of those cars were driving very good.
Such damage to the 14 of Clint Bowyer's car.
So remember, getting back to the race, I mean, that's got me, after riding along with Kurt Busch, I feel like I was driving that race car, but getting back to this race, remember we saw Casey Kane hit pit road, and then the caution came out immediately. He stayed in the lead lap. So if everybody in front of him believes tires are more important than track position, Casey Kane could come out and be in the best position to win this race. He pitted on lap 149.
Yeah, 149.
Matt Kenseth on 132. So there's a lot of people between Matt Kenseth and Casey Kane, but if enough of those people pit, Casey Kane could be in the catbird seat.